so that's bag 9, man. That's a lot of greebling. Let's see if we can tilt this up in the light a little bit. There you can see some of the crazy greebling going on under that wing strut area. These pieces just plug in there. It's kind of cool. And then we've got the struts that plug onto the wings, so it holds them up so they're not drooping anymore. And then we just repeated that, obviously, on both sides of the slave one. That is pretty cool. So that was bag 9. On to bag 10. Bag 10. Now, I think this is starting to become a pretty recognizable ship now. We've got the cockpit on. We've got the starting of the tailpiece coming on here and on the bottom. One thing I want to mention when I'm building this, so I don't know who makes this set. The AliExpress vendor I bought it from didn't have a manufacturer specified, so I don't know if it's King or Lepin or, who the heck makes it. But I just want to note this piece right here in the bottom. You see that dark red piece there? That actually shows in the Lego instructions as brown, dark brown. There are no dark brown pieces anywhere. Like, this just did not come with dark brown pieces. So it looks like, and I went through and flipped through the rest of the instructions, and the only other area it calls for dark brown is a 2x10 piece. And then I looked at the back, and it's supposed to include 3 dark brown 2x10 pieces. Well, they only have the dark red in here. So, and it looks like all the places you're going to use that, you can't see it anyway when it's done, so it doesn't matter. But if you get a set and you notice there's no dark brown, just use the dark red, because that's what they substituted for. On to bag 11, which is, I believe, just building out the sides of this right now. Alright, bag 11 is done, and it's the side of the tail. For this side, and all of the cool little details and colors on here. And I can see in the instructions that bag 12 is flipping around the slave one and trying not to drop it on the ground and explode it, and putting the side on this side. And then that's it. That's the next bag is the last one for the actual ship, and then the bag after that's just building the stand for it. Bag 12. So the slave one is essentially done. As I think bag 13 is just the stand for it. So you can see we've got this side on now. We've got both of the cannons on, and they rotate in unison. I do like how the colors are slightly different there. That's kind of cool. Some animal hair on it. That's pretty cool. I'm going to finish the stand and then I'll take a look through it. Just a couple things though, like this is really loose. Again, it's these dark tan cross posts. The pegs on these are not to spec. They don't hold parts, so that's probably going to have to be glued on there if I don't want it to just keep falling off all the time. It's super loose. And then some of the parts, like you can maybe see here, so we've got silver cones on this side, and we've got light gray cones on that side, just because they don't have the correct color parts for some reason. That's kind of like the brown, 2x10s that I didn't have. They were red. You can't tell once it's on the ship. Oh, I guess they get hidden, but there's a lot of the round one stud pieces. I ran out of light gray, which is silver basically on these, and I was using clear ones just because there were no more light grays, and I don't think they were supposed to be clear, but I think that whoever the company was that did this just couldn't tell the color in the instruction book, so they just made them clear. Again, not a big deal, but it's just kind of funny that they don't seem to have all of the right color parts. Doesn't make a real big difference in the end. This is actually kind of cool how these are different, because Boba Fett has been repairing this over the years, sort of like the Millennium Falcon, which is why you get like the different color pieces on the sides. But yeah, all right, let's do the stand and we'll mount it up and give my 10-second review on the whole thing. So before I put this on the stand, I just wanted to show you something that's really cool that I've never seen mentioned about this thing. So these wings kind of level themselves out depending on the orientation of the Slave One. When you set it horizontal to land, they go flat. Then when you turn it up into flight mode, they move into flight mode on their own. That's really cool. I never knew that it did that. That's pretty cool. As you can see, Boba Fett has got the rotating cockpit in here, but that does not move on its own like the wings do. So that's a pretty cool feature. All right, so that is the knockoff version of the UCS Slave 1. That's pretty cool. I like that wing feature a lot, how it auto levels out. That's pretty neat. I mentioned before I ordered some replacement stickers off eBay to fix these horrible stickers. We'll just go down through and show off some of the cool detail here. Obviously, we've got stickers on the front. We do have some nice color differentials going on. I like that there's a replacement panel here and then up here. This doesn't actually snap in there. It just sets on pegs in here, so you can see the pegs where it's going into the body. So you probably don't want to take that on and off too many times. I don't really think it's a set that's meant to be played with. This is more like a display set. And again, that cool greebling around the wings on the inside there. Let's turn the light on, see if you can see that a little better in there. That's pretty cool, all that detail that they make you put in there. These panels actually flip out. They're on little hinges, so you can pull these out. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't remember seeing that in anything. But you don't really see this ship all that much in the movies. Even in The Mandalorian, it hasn't been, there's not too much detail about it. These sides are just clipped on, and then they've got a ball joint up here that holds them in. And some greebling and stuff over here. Both sides are different color patterns. It's kind of cool. Again, these guns turn with each other. So you can kind of see the color difference on the sides here. This panel also comes out. This one's got a different piece. This is an interesting piece in here. This weird, it's hard to get it to come out too. This weird little engine part with a blue piece on the end here. There we go. That's some interesting detail. When you turn it around, you've got all the engine detailing and stuff on the back. I wish that they plated off the inside just a little better, so you can kind of see if you go around this dish, there's just nothing in there. It's just empty space. It's empty space in around here. If you get at the right angle, you can see up through the whole ship and into the cockpit. So that's kind of weird. I wish they'd just plated it off somehow, but it is what it is. It's just Lego. The only thing with this stand just slides into a space that was left here on either side, and it kind of rests down here against the side of the ship. So you don't really want to jostle this too hard, it'll fall forward off the stand. There's some really cool acrylic ones. It's I think it's called Brickworks to hold it up. But it costs me, they're like $64, and this set cost me like $90 from AliExpress. So again, I don't know what brand this is. I don't know if it's King. I don't think it's King. It could be possibly Lepin. It could be one of the other knockoff brands. I'm not sure. This was my first experience buying knockoff Legos, and I went to AliExpress, and then I found the subreddit and learned better, and now I try to buy it from places I know what the brand is, because certain brands are better than others. But yeah, I'm pretty happy for sub $100. That is the UCS Slave 1, man. That is super cool. Just let's see if I can get back. Just for size reference, that's the slightly sub 1,000 piece Captain Rex's ATTE versus the size of the UCS Slave 1. So this is pretty tall, obviously this way, but it's also taller than the ATTE when it's laying horizontally as well. So that's pretty cool. It is pretty big. It's obviously not UCS Falcon big, but it's pretty. I mean, I can't even get it in the camera. Just for reference, stand it up next to the ATDP, you can see how much taller that is. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my multi-day journey building this, my first UCS set, my first knockoff set that I ordered, but not the first one I put together. But yeah, this is the biggest Lego set I've built so far. Just over 2,000 pieces according to the knockoff count, which counts the individual pieces of the minifigs. Just under 2,000 according to the official Lego count. But this has been a trip. I've got a couple more UCSs that I'm going to build. I got a Super Star Destroyer. I got the UCS Millennium Falcon. They're both knockoffs. Thanks for joining me, guys. Please like and subscribe if you don't mind. And we'll see you here next time on 7 Star Off Topic. Later.